So, now that you are in France, what are the things that you should do or you should know to make life easier for you as you settle in? First, there's some tips that I would give, and these I would say are the first things that you need to know or learn now that you're in France or you plan to move to France. I'd first advise you, if you're coming in, before you come in, try to learn the language as much as possible. Now it's a lot more easier for people to go online and use apps to learn languages. Yes, it's a different thing that you're not practicing as much as you should because you don't live in a society where the language is spoken, but at least just start learning. Secondly, when you come in, first thing is to learn how to fill a form. You are going to have tons and tons of forms to fill, and you need to know what is nom, prenom, lion, faire, lo, all of this, they are very important. You must learn how to fill out a form yourself. And it doesn't mean that when you're done, you shouldn't ask someone to please go through what you filled and be sure that you did the right thing, but it's important to learn how to fill a form. Secondly, I would advise you that if you have your permits and you don't have a job, register a business. It's very easy to do. Go on the USAF website. That's URSSAF and register a business. It would help you. It would speak for you. And when you register a business, when you register that business and you're doing something, make sure you declare that you're doing something. It doesn't matter if you earned €0 in 1 month or sometimes €50. It doesn't matter. As long as it's important that you're declaring. Don't do black job and hide. You're doing yourself. People come in and they decide to cheat the system and they don't declare that they're working or they're doing business or they're making hair. You are doing yourself. That declaration would open doors that you never imagined were possible. You would go to renew your paper and they'll be like, oh, this one is contributing. No, this one is not coming to take. She's contributing to the site, which is how it should be. If you're going to access certain things from the community where you are, it's good that you're also contributing to the community. So register a business and declare if it's monthly, quarterly, every 6 months, whatever. Choose what works for you and make sure you declare something. And what's interesting is that even when you declare, every year when you register a business, USAF actually supports you. And they say, oh, take this. Thank you for doing something. Thank you for moving. Thank you for not just sleeping and waiting for, government to give me. Thank you for moving out and trying to do something. I'm telling you, it works. So try to register your business. That's one of the first things you must do. Register a business, get your SIRET number, and make your declarations. It is very important. Don't do hide and do black job. You're doing yourself. And whatever you're contributing actually is also for you. So if you're going to retire here, you would have access to what you've contributed. If you get sick, for a business person to get some money when they're sick, it's not when you're not unemployed, it's not the same as those who are like employed. If you're self-employed, it's a little more complicated, but you're contributing to something that you would reap the benefits when you're retiring. That's the second one. The third one that I would say is do your code de la route. Pass your code de la route. Even if you don't intend to drive, get a car in the next 1, 2, 3 years. I think the license stays for 5 years. So learn your code. I didn't say you should cram it because people told me cram it. You don't need to really know it. Just pass the exam. But for me, I wanted to understand it. So at the level of friends that I had then, I think it was A2. I practiced and I understood. So get your code de la route. Because sometimes when you're reading your papers, it speaks a lot when you attach all of these documents that I'm paying my taxes, even if it's €5, €10, I'm doing something, I'm doing code de la route, I'm integrating. And then also try to volunteer with organizations. If it's your passion, okay, people are different. So try to volunteer with an organization. Do something. Whether if they are cleaning up, you go clean up. Do something for the society where you're living in. Do something for the local government. Don't just hide, at home and just don't contribute. Do something and support the community where you're living at. Don't forget that a smile goes a long way. I went to the post one day and this American walked in, and when it was her turn, she just approached and said, "English, please." I was like shocked. Did you just say English, please? You're in France. Okay, you're in France. Yes, in case, of course, you may not know how to speak French, but Be nice and say, oh my God. You have to learn the sentence that says, hello, how are you? Please, I don't speak French. Do you speak English? Don't just say English, please. It's like going to the USA and saying French, please. Or going to the UK and saying French, please. Like, not everybody must speak English. Yes, English is a universal language. You know, a lot of people speak English, but don't assume that everybody speaks English or they should speak English or that you're very privileged and, you know, you speak English and they should respond to you in English. You will suffer. What has saved me here is that I smile and every time I say, oh, désolé, je ne parle pas, je ne parle pas, je ne parle pas, je ne parle pas bien français, mon français c'est pas très bien. S'il vous plaît, can you speak in English? And then you know what? They really try. Even when their English is bad, they say, okay, okay, je peux essayer. How are you? What, you know, they try. They make an attempt because of the way you approach them. Yes, people talk about racism, but I would say that I truly, okay, perhaps I don't even understand when people insult me. But I'll say that for me, sometimes how you approach people matters. How you approach people matters. Be nice, be kind, smile, don't be rude. It's going to help you. Don't forget to contribute to the society where you live. Don't try to cheat and don't say, they will give. And then don't just go and depend on the government. It can happen to you. At some point, you might need help from the government, but make sure that while you're getting that help, you're also doing something. You're either going to school, show that you're improving, show that you're working. And it's not just for the government, it's for yourself. You're improving yourself. I see some people who come in and then they want to really, really, really reap from the system. You know, they want to take. And some even tell you, no, my rights, no, my right. They're supposed to give me. Where you're coming from, they didn't used to give you anything. Where you're coming from, you didn't have a right to anything, not a kobo. And then you come here and you think that, oh, it's my right, it's my right, it's my right. It's your right, yeah. But, I mean, cool down. Contribute to the system. Work. If you have children, which I know is very difficult, dropping them, going in the morning, pick them in the afternoon, take them for lunch, it might be difficult. If it's 2 hours, which is also difficult. But if you're cleaning and you're doing whatever you're doing, please just declare it. It will help. You will not be seen as a beggar who's just taking. It will be shown that you're contributing to the society. It will be shown that you're doing something, even if you don't understand the language and you have handwork. Do that handwork and declare it. It's very important. So I think that's about that. And be nice. Don't speak too loud on the phone. On the train. Ha. Yes, Nigerians, Americans, a lot of cultures they do that. Americans are very loud, yeah, but just be a little more civil. Be civil, like just be a little more civil. Like in Nigeria, you wouldn't even be shouting. Yes, we do it, but I mean, it depends on who you are, and if it's something that you're used to, you can change that. And just read the room when you walk in. See, everybody's like quiet and stay. Read the room and obey the law, and don't try to disturb people with your that thing can piss me off. Anyway, these are the tips I have for you, and see you next time.